Today is Wednesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about eBay and Amazon dropshipping. This is my time for you guys to answer any questions that you have here for you. If you ask them in the live chat, if you're here live, go ahead and ask them in the live chat. And if you're watching this on replay, that's okay. We missed you during the live stream, but just ask your question in the comment section of any of my videos, and I will take a screenshot of it and answer it during my next live Q&A. But if you don't want to miss the live Q&As, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification. We are doing this a little bit earlier in the day today because I have something to do tonight, but I'm still here for you guys, here to answer any questions that you have. So the first question that I wanted to answer is, we'll get to this one. This one's from Steve. Steve says, Steve recently watched one of my videos about best offers on eBay and wanted to bring up this point. He says, I'm not a huge fan of the best offer option simply because if you encounter a buyer waiting to pay full price and then they see the offer option, they might not pay full price for it. But Steve is wondering if there's some sort of benefit to doing best offers where eBay might boost your listings if you do best offers, because any transaction is a profitable transaction for eBay at least. And Steve, I think you make some really good points. So in my best offer video, I kind of explain why I don't personally use best offers anymore, how I think they're kind of a pain, but there certainly are benefits. And I think eBay does prefer if you do offer them. I have no concrete evidence of that, but eBay has some things that they prefer you to do, right? Like longer shipping times, longer return periods, shorter shipping times, shorter handling times, lower prices. All these things will raise you in the search results. Those ones we know for sure. I think some of these other little things like best offers is something that eBay might look at as well, although I doubt they weigh it as heavily as those other ones that I mentioned. So make some good points there, but for me personally, I'm still not going to use best offers at all. So let's see who's here in the live chat. We have Marie here. What's up, Marie? Hazefa's here. Elk Arkri is saying we are waiting. Yes, I was 2 minutes late. Sorry about that. I have a lot of questions about eBay promoted listings, so let's hear them. Let's see. So Res Buna 247 says, I have an Amazon account that I used to use for FBA. I've had the account for 2 years. Should I start drop shipping on this account? Also, what proxy and VPN do you use? What is Chrome Portable? All right, so if you have an established Amazon account, you should definitely use that one. Now, if you haven't sold on it within a few months, then there's a good chance that Amazon has shut down that account. So you do want to log in and see if you can even log in at all to that account. If you are able to log in, then, or sometimes you have to go through a re-verification process in order to log in. But once you are in there, yeah, I would use that same account because that one has already been established. Amazon has already seen sales history, so that really makes a big difference. Now, as far as a proxy VPN, we only use VPNs really. We use two that we like really well. The one I prefer the most is NordVPN. It just is really good one. It works really well. But another great one is WindScribe. And the cool thing about WindScribe is that they have a free option to start. There is a data cap on that. And you can customize your plans. And I've customized a plan that's $2 a month. So it's really cheap to use that. The only reason I have two is because personally, I use NordVPN. I like that one a lot better. It works on my phone. But one of my VAs, my virtual assistants, isn't able to use NordVPN for some reason. So we just sign up for WindScribe and he uses that one. And that one works for him. Chrome Portable, you really use that more for if you need to create multiple accounts somewhere, like on eBay, and want to hide the fact that they're all coming from the same computer. That's when you would use Chrome Portable. Let me find the question I wanted to answer right away. It was a good question. Okay, so I recently made a video about AutoDS, which is the software I've been using to run my eBay dropshipping business. It helps you list items quickly on eBay. It will reprice the items if the price changes on your supplier's website. The stock will change as well. So it's doing all that for you guys automatically. Let me just check in the chat if you guys can hear me fine. Just let me know if you guys can hear me fine. So that's why I really like AutoDS. But this, on that video, this comment came up from Karen. Karen says, it would be great if AutoDS had a find replace to remove or add a word. That way we can enter the word Walmart in there, so it would delete it from all of our listings. So the reason Karen brings this up is because of this. Let me share my screen here. And okay, so you guys should be able to see this now. Here's a product on Home Depot. So let's say we wanted to drop ship this product. Okay, you guys can hear me fine, good. So you're drop shipping this product, you're copying and pasting it over to eBay using AutoDS, but inside the description, you'll see that, where'd it go? Right here, it says returnable 90 day. And you don't want it to say returnable 90 day in your description because you don't have a 90-day return period. You might have a 30-day or a 60-day. And there are some other words that you might not want to show up when you're listing this item. So for instance, if it says Home Depot, you don't want it to say Home Depot. If you're listing a Walmart item, you don't want it to say Walmart. Things like this, if it says warranty, you want to make sure that that's deleted as well. So you're asking is, how cool would it be if we could just automatically have those words deleted? And the good news is that you can actually do that with AutoDS. So if you come over to AutoDS and click on the left where it says settings, and this is what AutoDS looks like. Again, this is what I use. So I'll show you how the listing works in a second. But here in the settings, if you click on the section that says Vero/keywords blacklist, I'm going to click on that. This will allow you to add any words that you want deleted. So here at the bottom, I entered in the word 90 day, right? So when we list this item, it will say returnable, but it won't say 90 day. So let's say, for instance, so I'll show you how it works exactly. So we're going to, it's in there, but how you do it is you could add one at the top. So maybe you wanted the word to be Walmart, so I would enter in Walmart. And I would select remove that word from title and description. Or you can also have it so it will not allow you to list it if certain brands or manufacturer or the word Walmart's in it. So we're going to do remove the word from title and description and click add. And then I'll click down at the bottom, save. Okay. And now I'm clicking on the left where it says, oh, sorry about that. On the uploader, this is how you actually list the item onto eBay. And I'm coming up to this item number, internet number. And I'm going to copy it and paste it in there, select Home Depot, and click grab details. I know this is a Vero, oh, I've already listed this item. So let's find another one here. Some of these might be Vero, but that's okay. I just want to show you as an example. So we'll find another one because a lot of these items have 90-day returns. Let's look at, I don't know, like this one, this tape measure. So if we scroll down to the description, it says 90-day returns. So I'm going to grab this internet number, paste it in there, click grab details. It's Vero, the brand Stanley. I'm going to continue anyway, just to show you how this works. And now if we scroll down to the description, you'll see all this information, right? And it even says returnable right here. but the word 90-day was automatically deleted. So that's the way it works. Anything you put in there will be deleted, which is really nice. If it said Walmart, that would have been deleted as well. So that feature is available with this tool, and that's actually really important because that's going to help you stay protected. There are certain words that you don't want included because it can kind of get you in trouble. Words like 90-day, right? If a buyer tries to return this after 60 days and they say, and you say, hey, you can't return it because my return policy is only 60 days, they're going to say, well, in the description, it says 90 days. And you know what? They're right. Unless you have something, unless you're actively going in there and deleting all the words that need to be deleted, or you have a tool that does it for you automatically. Now, I always suggest you go through the listing and delete anything that's not supposed to be there. But, we're human. We make mistakes. So this will help you avoid those mistakes, certainly. So it's really, really cool feature that they have that. And if you do want to check out AutoDS, I do have an affiliate link underneath this video. But if you sign up with that link, the first month is only $1. So you can try it out to see if it's worth it, see if you like it. All right, let's see who's here in the chat with some good questions. Race Bana 247 says, don't forget to drop a like on the live stream. So thanks for that reminder to smash the like button down below. What's up, Belinda? Thanks for being here. How are my promoter listings? I'm not using promoter listings anymore. I did some experiments with them, made a bunch of videos about this, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But basically, promoter listings are, every time I turn them on, it hurts my eBay account. And when I turn them back off, my sales go back up. Let's see if I still have that screenshot. Yeah, so let me put up on the screen this picture that I took the other day. This is a screenshot that I took. So here on the left, so you see like on the left where there's that low day on the left. So that's when I first started to discover that there was some issue going on with promoted listings. The next day, where it's going up then, that's when I, in the middle of the day, turned my promoted listings off. And the day after that was when I had my first full day without promoted listings. So I had like 3 really good days after that. Then it kind of leveled out. Everything was about normal after that. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn promoted listings back on to see what happens. So, I mean, look at that. Look all the way on the right, the third bar from the right. That's when that's the day I had my promoted listings back on. I turned them back on the day before late. So that was the first full day I had promoted listings back on. And you see, the sales were bad that day. And literally the next day, I turned them back off. And boom, look how high they shot up. And now the sales have been back to normal. I took this screenshot a few days ago before the end of the day. So that's why on the right is not a full day. So it's this weird pattern where if I turn on my promoted listings, my sales drop. And when I turn them off, it's like I suddenly get a big boost in sales, like larger than normal. And it lasts for a day, maybe 2 days, in this case, 3 days. And then it kind of levels back off to normal. So really strange things that are happening, but this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that the promoted listings really don't work for my account. I know I've been talking to other people. Other people get different results. So some people are seeing that turning off promoted listings actually hurts their sales and they need to have them on. So I think everyone's accounts are different. Mine clearly, the promoted listings on is hurting my account, and promoted listings off, I'm seeing a big jump in sales and then it levels out, which doesn't even make any sense to me, but that's the way it's been working. Oh, what's up, Lazy Abram? Thanks for being here. I know we're at a different time today, so I do appreciate you guys being here. Let's get social info. Thanks for being here. What's up? Hey, Aaron, how's it going? Larry's in the house. And what's up, Melvin? TMSR, thanks for being here. These videos are always available later on my YouTube channel. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you guys can hear me fine. Okay, so B Wick, Brian, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Always super happy when I see you around, either inside the private Facebook group for students or on Instagram or here. It's awesome that you're always so active everywhere. So you're asking, what is your best advice for doubling your sales other than doubling your listings? I did about 25,000 last month, but I want to push it to 40 to 50,000 soon. Thanks. So first of all, man, congratulations on your success. You're obviously doing things right, up to 25,000 in a month. My first bit of advice for everyone else but you, because you already know this because you just said it, is to list more. If you're listing items that are doing well, list more of those items. So to that vein, concentrate on what's already working in terms of your listing and do more of them. Now, the good news for you is that it's currently October. So next month is November and then December. So naturally, your sales are going to go up. I just recorded a video all about quarter 4. Hopefully that video will be available really soon because it's already quarter 4. It's October 2nd, the day I'm making this video. Most people think of quarter 4 as late November, December, but October is part of Q4, not just technically, but also because Halloween is such a big holiday here in the United States. People spend a lot of money on different decorations and things like that. So I would definitely check out that video once it becomes available because I give you a timeline of when you should start listing Halloween items, Thanksgiving stuff, Christmas, and you should follow that timeline because that's going to help you maximize your sales for each of those holidays. But my quick tip for you is that you should be listing Halloween items now. Now is the time to be doing that. And I know that will date this video, and some of you guys will be watching this video later, and that won't be very useful, but quarter 4 comes every single year, and there's no harm in preparing for it early. And Halloween is a holiday you shouldn't neglect. And quarter 4 in general, you want to be thinking about it all year. Now, another thing you can do is you can try lowering your margins, lowering your profit a little bit on each sale. And while you might think that will cut into your profit overall, what's going to happen is you're going to get more sales, and that's going to overtake the amount that you lost. So you gotta do some math there and make sure it makes sense, but that's a really good way to quickly boost sales. But I wouldn't actually lower your margins at this point going into quarter 4. I think you can comfortably keep it where it is, and you're going to see that natural boost in the next 3 months. Hey, what's up, Chad? Thanks for being here, man. Okay. Yes, if anyone has a question, just ask it here, and if I haven't answered it a million times, or if it's specific enough, I'll answer it for you. All right, Graphic Design says, can anyone tell me if I need Skew Grid and DSM together or just one of them? So earlier I showed you a software, AutoDS, and that software, like I showed you, will quickly list items onto eBay. I didn't do the full process in that video, but all I had to do is basically click 2 more buttons and it would have listed that item onto eBay automatically for you. And then at that point, once it's listed up, AutoDS will make sure that the price on eBay changes and the stock changes if the price changed on Home Depot. So AutoDS is the one I'm using right now that does that, but there are several different softwares that do the same thing. Skew Grid is one of them, DSM tool is one of them, there's a bunch of others. So you only need one of these tools. Find the one that you like the best and use that one. You're more than welcome to try all the ones that you want. There's a lot of them, so I wouldn't suggest you try all of them. The one I use, again, I have it linked up down below. But you only need one of them. So Ernie also saw that once he turned off promoted listings, his sales went up 50% the next day. So yeah, I'm not just the only one that this is happening to, but it's not like everyone who's doing this is seeing the same results as I am. So it's just kind of all over the place with promoted listings. Okay. V Good, I didn't see your question. I'm not sure where it went. Okay. What's up? Hey, Paul. All right, so let me answer some of the questions I had from the week. Okay. So here's a good one. So this is a post on a video where I interviewed a virtual assistant, so you could see how I interview virtual assistants. So Ferdinand says, at first, I thought it was her first time, but when she started talking about her experiences, I know she is good in administration tasks. I'm trying to establish my virtual assistant career, but I'm still afraid of what could happen if I did something wrong. Working directly with the boss is something that I can't see myself. So it sounds like Ferdinand is trying to become a virtual assistant. I think you might be from the Philippines yourself. So I think that's awesome that you're trying to do that. Obviously, I've hired a lot of virtual assistants from the Philippines, so I've talked to a lot of them about their experiences with it. And, it's a lot of times a great experience for the virtual assistants, and a lot of times it's not. It really depends on the boss, the person that's hired them. So the reason I wanted to say that is because if you are hiring virtual assistants, always remember that they're not virtual assistants, right? They're people. They're people that you hire that are independent contractors working for you, but they're still people. So treat them with respect. Make sure they're not afraid to come talk to you. And Ferdinand, I don't think you should be afraid to work with someone just because you're afraid to work one-on-one with the boss. If it's a good boss, they're going to treat you well, they're going to give you work, and it's going to be a good relationship that you have with them. So I wouldn't be afraid of that. You have something of value that you can offer people who are looking to hire virtual assistants, people like myself, and they're never going to be able to get that value from you unless you put yourself out there and are willing to kind of take a little bit of a risk, something that's a little bit more uncomfortable for you, so that you can expose yourself to that, even though it's a little bit scary. So Ferdinand, I would definitely start applying for some jobs, put yourself out there. It might not be the best experience at first. You might be a little bit nervous. You might not do a good job at first, but that's okay. You'll learn, you'll gain experience, and then someday someone's going to hire you, and they're going to be really thankful that they hired you because you're going to do an awesome job for them. All right. Okay, so Captain says, what do I do when my handling time is exceeded? My supplier is slow to issue a tracking number, and eBay is telling me to ship out the item within 24 hours. Please, what do I do now? So Captain, my captain, what I suggest you do is when this happens, you should reach out to the supplier and ask them, where is my item? Why is the tracking number taking so long? Sometimes they'll give it to you right away. Sometimes the item actually shipped out and they didn't give you the tracking number. Now, you don't usually see that with the better suppliers like Home Depot and Walmart, for instance, but some of the other ones you might see it with. Now, if there is a further delay, you want to reach out to the buyer and let them know that there is a delay and you are working on it, you are trying to find out what's going on, and you just want to update them on it. Most buyers just want to be kept in the loop as to what's going on. Once you tell them that it is shipping out, that you haven't forgotten about them, that is what most buyers want. They want to be kept in the loop. Now, you should also look at the item that you bought and check the delivery date on the listing on the supplier's website, because some items have longer handling time or shipping time than other items. And if that's the case, then you want to be careful when you're listing those items. Now, something like AutoDS, again, I know I've been talking about them a lot, but they will actually compensate for that. And if the delivery time is too long for that item, it will actually mark it as out of stock on your eBay store, so that you don't sell an item and promise them that it'll be there within a week, when really it might not be there for 3 weeks or something like that. So just be super aware of that. And if it is something that you do still want to sell, then you will want to increase the handling and shipping time just for that item. So you can do that by creating a new shipping business policy on eBay and give it a longer handling time, a longer shipping time, and apply it just to those items like that one. So that's kind of more what to do proactively, or what to do after this initial problem is resolved, so that you can prevent it from happening again. But in the moment, just communicate with them, try to get that tracking number sooner. And if need be, you can always give the buyer a little bit of a discount, especially if the supplier gives you a discount because the item took longer to ship out or be delivered, which some of them will do that. All right. Hey, what's up, Jenny? Thanks for being here. Let's see. Okay, I'll try AutoDS. Okay, Melvin says, I've only been on eBay and in your course for 12 days. When can I ask for a limit increase? So that's a great question. So eBay will limit the number of items that you can list within a month time period. And you can ask for a limit increase about once every month. Now, technically, that's the technical answer. But they will sometimes let you list, ask for an increase more than just, what's it called? More than just, you gotta do something. More than every 30 days. So that's still something that you could do, but generally it's once every 30 days. So you want to wait until at least a month has gone by though. So especially as a new seller, max out the number of listings that you have. So max out that 10, try to get as many sales as you can. Then after 30 days, ask for a limit increase. Generally, they will double it every time you ask. So you might say, oh man, only going from 10 to 20. Well, usually in the beginning, they might give you extra. So they might even put you up to 50. But, exponentially speaking, if you keep doubling and doubling and doubling, it will increase much faster than you think. So you do got to wait that full time. Just every month, make sure to max out those listings and try to get as many sales as you can. Lizzie Abrams says, about Skew Grid. So I had some videos in my course about how to use Skew Grid. Are those videos still available inside my course? They are still available if you want to watch them. They're in the very last module of the course. There's a lesson called The Vault, which is just like my old videos from older versions of the course. So the Skew Grid videos are in there. So if you want to learn how to use it, for whatever reason, there they are. Okay. And if there's a video missing in there, just let me know. I'll make sure it gets added back in. I didn't actually delete any of the videos. They're just kind of hidden in the background. So just let me know and I'll just make sure that it got in there. But I'm pretty sure they're all still in there. Let's see. All right. Okay, so I did see your question. I'm not quite understanding what it means. What does eBay's performance summary really tell you? Everything is up, but the sales conversion rate, why lower no sales? I'm not sure I understand what you mean by what does it really tell you. Can you clarify exactly what you're asking? Maybe I'm just not understanding. Can you dropship using Amazon Prime? Asked Hector. Someone else asked a question about this too. So Hector, you can dropship using Amazon Prime. Now, a little bit of a catch here is that while it's generally fine, Amazon recently has started to kind of crack down or get a little bit nervous when they're seeing that you're buying too many items too quickly and shipping them to different addresses. So what you need to do is kind of slow down your purchases from Amazon and spread them out, and that lowers the risk of them shutting down your account. Otherwise, it's fine. It seems like they don't have an issue with us using them. It's more of an issue of placing too many orders too quickly and to too many different addresses within a really short period of time. For whatever reason, they just started doing that more recently. Okay. Hey, what's up, Bobby? Thanks for being here. I'll get back to you still. I haven't forgotten about you, Bobby. Bobby won a free store review by commenting on one of my Instagram posts. So I'm going to look at his store and review it and let him know what he could be doing better and what's working well. So, hey says, how do you deal with returns based on the new PayPal policy? So yeah, this policy is pretty unfortunate. So the new PayPal policy is that, well, the old policy was that if someone returned an item that they bought on eBay, that the purchase went through PayPal, then eBay would return your final value fee and PayPal would return their fee, which is 2.9%. They would just keep the 30 cents. Under PayPal's new policy, they're keeping the full 2.9%. Do I think that's BS? Yes, I do. But that is apparently the industry standard, according to them. And yeah, it's just very unfortunate that they want to do that. Now, with that said, 2.9% is and isn't a lot. We ran our numbers and how much money we would have lost had PayPal not return that 2.9%. And it's not a huge chunk. It wasn't as big as we thought it would be. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for this question, so I don't have the numbers in front of me. And we ran that when they first announced it, which was several months ago now. I remember looking at it and thinking, well, that's not so bad. Over the past 2 years, we only would have lost X amount compared to how much we made. So yeah, it stinks, but all you got to do is make sure that you're minimizing the number of returns that you get and the number of canceled orders. So at this point, the unfortunate thing is that it actually adds to a worse customer service experience, because we have to tell our buyers when they order something that they're not allowed to cancel. If someone tries to cancel, we tell them no. We tell them we're not going to cancel this order because PayPal doesn't refund us the 2.9%. So you have to accept the accept the item and return it back if you definitely don't want it. And we tell them that. And some of them are mad about it, and we've actually had some come back and say, we're sellers too, we get it. I'll try to use this item. So that's one part of it. The other part is just try to minimize the returns by having accurate descriptions, only selling quality products, and just providing good customer service. Actually making sure that you ship out the items so you don't have to cancel the orders. If you forget to ship out an item, the customer might say, you know what, I don't want to wait any longer, just refund me. That's not a good situation, because you will automatically lose the 2.9%. So you want to make sure you actually get the item out to the customer so you don't have to cancel the order. Just little things like that, good customer service. Yeah, but that's the other part of it. And thanks for bringing this up. Medical Education says, because eBay will be getting rid of PayPal or breaking up with them, I think 2021 is when they want to do it by. They're slowly happening. So if anything, it's just going to matter for a couple of years. Okay, Aaron, good question. Hey, Paul, I have 2 eBay accounts. One is non-API, one uses the API, but I'm about to make it non-API. Is there a way both accounts don't interfere with the file exchange? So I think what you're asking is, how can you have 2 AutoDS accounts? How can they both run at the same time? So Aaron, that's a good question. And for this, we should go into the computer. So I will share my screen. So inside AutoDS, inside the settings, oops, let's let this load. And then I'll click on settings. You can actually add another account. Where'd it go? Add eBay account right here. So you can add your other eBay account. And then at the top here, you can select which eBay account you want to work on. Let's see. So, and each eBay account is going to have its own token here on the right. So what you need is 2 different Gmail addresses. And on Chrome, if you're using a MacBook, just click on People and then click on Add Person. And as you see, I have multiple different Gmail/Chrome accounts right here. So if I click on the one that says, let's say Stealth right here, this is a completely different browser right here, essentially. So it doesn't have the same Chrome extensions. You see this one on top has all these Chrome extensions and this one only has 2. It doesn't have the same browsing history. It's just a completely different browser essentially here. So what you can do is add the AutoDS, this Chrome extension, to each browser. So this browser will be logged into the first eBay account, and this browser will be logged into the second eBay account. And you need the corresponding token added to each Chrome extension. So the token for account number 1 will be here, and the token for account number 2 will be in this one. Then you just got to make sure that you are logged into both eBay accounts in each browser and that each remain on. You don't have to actually leave it open, so to speak. You can just minimize it, but it will still work under those conditions. So I hope that helped answer your question. How do I? All right, let me go back to the other camera. There we go. Okay. Okay, so my captain says, Paul, what do you think of Wayfarer as a supplier? Do they include price receipt in the box? Secondly, does it matter if the customer receives the item in a Wayfarer box? So I've used Wayfarer in the past a little bit, not very much, but I did overall like them. I just didn't really put a lot of time and effort behind them. And honestly, I can't remember if they include the invoice. Maybe someone in the chat can remind me, because it's been a while for me since I've done that. But yeah, I mean, the great thing about them is they have a lot of like very generic items, home goods, furniture types of items. And those are really good items to dropship because they don't really have a set value. They're just out there and people can put whatever sort of value they want on it. It's not like a television that has a set price. Everyone knows how much an iPhone should cost, but like a chair, you know, it's pretty generic. So people aren't really aware of what the price should be. There's really cheap chairs and there's really expensive chairs. So it's easy to mark them up. I just can't answer your question about the invoices right now. But as for the boxes, those never matter. I've made videos about this before, but basically people get them in the box and they don't even notice. They just rip it open, take out their item, and they're happy they received their item. So it's not something you should worry about. I've made a lot of sales on eBay and Amazon, and very, very few customers complain about the fact that it comes in a box from another retailer. Graphic Design says, if I'm using Xik Analytics, which one should I sign up for? Xik Analytics helps you quickly find items to sell on eBay. And I think the cheapest plan is fine to start with. You can always upgrade later on to the more expensive plan. Four-Eyed Hustler. what do you use to monitor out of stock for Amazon dropshipping? So when I'm dropshipping on Amazon, I don't use AutoDS for that. And because, well, one of the reasons is because AutoDS doesn't do dropshipping onto Amazon the way it does dropshipping onto eBay. So we have to use a different tool for Amazon dropshipping than from eBay dropshipping. So for dropshipping onto Amazon, I use two tools. The first one is called Web Scraper App, and the second is called Informed. And they work together. It's kind of confusing that there's two different software, but really once you set it up, it's not something that you even think about. Really, you're going to be working with Web Scraper App. Web Scraper App will send the information to Informed, which will then kind of take over from there. But you need both pieces of it. And those are the two that I use. Okay. Thank you. Way to go. Okay. April, what's up, April? Hey, Paul, thank you for all your help. Is it possible to manage hundreds of listings without using API software? Also, does your course teach how to dropship without using API software? So I'll say that it is extremely, extremely difficult to run a store that has hundreds of listings if you're not using any type of software like the software I was showing you before, AutoDS. Is it possible? Yes, but it will be very difficult. You're going to sell a lot of items that are out of stock, and you're going to sell a lot of items that went up in price and you didn't know it, so now you are fulfilling those orders at a loss. So that's why I highly recommend